remember sitting in the change room one day, and I've actually forgotten his name because I've blanked him out of my memory. But sitting in the change room, and he came in, and he said, right, all the foreigners that side, all the Italians that side. And he went, I only care about you lot. I only want you lot to progress in the game. It's them lot that care about everyone else. And he was just, the words that he was saying to us, couldn't quite comprehend. And I think I struggled for the first 2 months, because that was right at the beginning. And I think I struggled for the first 2 months because there's a few sayings in Italian that if you translate that to English, you're like, surely he's not saying that to me. I remember, couldn't understand what he was asking me to pass to him left-footed and then shoot left-footed. I might have passed right-footed, but I still knew, I could see where we were running to the left. He'd boot my ball away and he'd kick it. I'd be like, God, that's a bit weird treatment. No idea what he's saying. And he'd go, vai cagare, which means go and shit yourself, basically. And that's actually, I look back on it, it's not as bad of a saying in Italian as it is translates in English. There's a lot of swear words that get thrown about in Italian. There's a lot of sort of like porca dio, and then they go a cazzo, which is just constant, just basically saying dick. And you just can't, do you know what I mean? You can't, if you just translate it, you think this guy absolutely hates me. But then 17 at the time, 17, just sort of gone into Italy. But I managed to start to understand that actually he's saying this to everyone. He is acting like this to everyone. But still, I would look back on that initial stage of the Inter Milan thing and found it very much army-based. Very much sort of like 9 o'clock out of your room, is your room tidy? Look, it's good traits, but at the same time, it was probably a little bit too over the top with how they looked after you and what they were looking to do. And it's just an Italian way. It's an Italian way, and it was interesting to learn. But when I got the opportunity to train with the first team, things were so much more relaxed and easier. And obviously, you're then working with a man who you absolutely respect because you've seen him on TV for years win absolutely everything, and it's just a different, and he gets the most out of you. So that, for me, is probably why I went into coaching and management, because I noticed how badly managers can treat you and how well some managers can treat you and how much respect levels there are, to the point where it's like, well, I know what I want to be like as a manager.